This episode of America is called Netanyahu's Greater Israel Vision, which is his vision to expand the Israeli state all over the Middle East like it's the Roman Empire. And it functions just like, identically, to Manifest Destiny. A European descended settler political class deciding that God, history, or destiny, whichever one they feel fits the narrative, gave them the right to take land from Black and brown people, and that any nation or people or movement that stands in their way must be destroyed or ethnically cleansed. Palestine, Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, and now Iran. Every country they have attacked has been majority brown, majority Muslim, and in possession of land or resources that blocks Israeli regional dominance. Oh, and baby, it has a name. It's documented. It's a written plan. 1982, it's called the Yinon Plan. Look it up. For is not real to become a regional empire, every Arab country surrounding it had to be broken up by religion, by ethnicity, and made too weak to resist. Iraq, Libya, Syria, Lebanon, Gaza, and this week it's Iran. All according to written plan. The same U.S. empire that propped up apartheid in South Africa while Is Not Real supplied the weaponry. The same U.S. empire that overthrew Patrice Lumumba, that bombed Vietnam. The same U.S. empire that built its wealth by enslaved Black labor is now the military arm of this project, of this vision of European Israeli supremacy. This Greater Israel Project lays claim to expansion of the occupied West Bank, Gaza, parts of Syria, Lebanon, Egypt, and Jordan. Now, Iran is the one big regional power that has not been broken up, and that still funds resistance movements like Hezbollah and Hamas, and that has military and nuclear capabilities to stop Israel's expansion. Netanyahu been pushing every U.S. president for decades to make this move, and Trump will be known as the president who caved. Because the clan of Yahweh worshippers believe that this all has to take place to bring about the second coming of Jesus, because they think they're all going to have everlasting life in heaven, a heaven that does not exist, especially not for them. A God they worship that was made up because men could not handle the fact that life came from woman. And the people paying the price with their lives, as always, are Black and brown people. People who just want the right to exist. I need you all to understand that the Israel-Palestine conflict is always framed as a religious argument, a religious conflict, but at its root, at its core, it is about racial hierarchy, and it always has been. The Israeli state, just like all other colonial settler states established during the era of European expansion, depend on maintaining hierarchies that privilege the settlers and their population over the indigenous ones, being the brown ones, the melanated ones. This is why Israel defines itself as the Jewish state instead of just identifying itself as the country of all its citizens. It was the white European Jews, baby, the Ashkenazi elites, who founded and continue to dominate the Israeli state, and who have continuously dominated the top of the Israeli social hierarchy, control political powers, economic institutions, and cultural narratives. Y'all don't know about the racial feud between the Ashkenazi Jews and the Sephardic Mizrahi Jews? Yeah, look it up. Middle East and African Jews versus the Europeans, bitch. It's always been about race. It's always been about melanated versus non-melanated. Why? Jealousy. Just like we see men being jealous of woman because woman creates life, we see non-melanated people being jealous of melanated people because they know from melanated people come humanity. Even within Is Not Real, brown Jews from Arab and African countries are treated lesser than by European Jews. That is racial hierarchy. That is white supremacy operating within Judaism. And let's not forget, Is Not Real is best friends with Saudi Arabia. Iran is in their way, and it is our U.S. military and our U.S. tax dollars that are funding and helping this project. Nelson Mandela called Iran an ally. Malcolm X was honored there. Iran vocally stood against the mistreatment of Black Americans, and cut off oil dealings when South Africa was dealing with apartheid. And now here we go bombing them. Ask yourself who benefits. Because I'll tell you one thing, it ain't us.